welcome to WTMK Live, your holistic health and unconventional foodie destination. Who loves veggies? Well, maybe some people don't love veggies so much, but who would love to have a way to make veggies taste really good so that you would love veggies? How's that for an idea? Well, today's show, I'm going to do exactly that. So if you know anybody who is looking for for a delicious vegetarian or vegan meal that is different, maybe you want to share this out to them. And this is exactly where you need to be if that's what you're looking for. So make sure that you say hello as you're hopping on. Let me know where you're coming in from. If you are new to my show, please type in new so I can give you a special shout out. And in case we have not yet met, my name is Colette Wydeck. I am a certified integrative nutrition health coach, and I am super passionate about helping women who are struggling to control their blood sugar, lower their cholesterol, and release the weight. So, hey, Ellen, welcome in, girl. So a couple of weeks ago, I talked about winter squashes, and on that list of winter squashes obviously is spaghetti squash. Now, because spaghetti squash is so popular, you can actually pretty much get it year-round, but this is actually the time of year when it comes into season. But it's a good thing that it's available pretty much all year because it's so super good for you, and it's so versatile in what you can do for it. Now, oh, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Ellen. I super appreciate it. Let me just tell you, this recipe is going to be super delish. So let's start off with, let me just show you what I got going on here. I did most of my prep ahead of time, so we don't have to do too much cooking today. But here, right here, is half of a spaghetti squash that I cooked earlier this morning, and they are so super simple to do, to cook. I just, cut it in half. You take out the seeds and the pulpy stuff there, in the center, and I just put a little bit of olive oil on it, a little bit of salt, and then you just turn it upside down. I put it on a baking sheet at 375. I think it took about 35 minutes, and it was all nice and soft like this. So then I just let it cool, and you can see here I'm just taking a fork, and I'm scraping out all of that good squash. And we're going to put it in this bowl right here. And we'll see. I think that this one half is going to be enough, but we'll see, because we got a lot of stuff going on. If you saw the list of the pile of vegetables in the picture that I posted on the announcement for today's show, you'll know that there's lots of really good veggies going to go in here. So, does spaghetti squash taste like pasta? No. Is it delicious? Yes. Is it worth it to switch and use this instead of pasta? Yes. Now, I wouldn't say all the time. I mean, once in a while, it's okay to have a little bit of pasta. But when you're trying to adopt a healthier eating lifestyle, cutting back on your carbs is something that you really need to do, especially the simple carbs that just turn into sugar right away in your bloodstream and give you blood sugar spikes and all that kind of stuff. So for people with diabetes, and even people that don't have diabetes, it's still not good to have your blood sugar spiking all the time. You want your blood sugar to stay nice and stable no matter whether you have diabetes or not. So this is a great way to do that. Does spaghetti squash have carbohydrate in it? Yes, it does, but it's much less than having pasta. Okay, so, hey, Leslie, you love spaghetti squash. Good for you. I love it too. So, as you can see here, I've got this half of a spaghetti squash all loosened up and separated here in my bowl. Hey, Katie. And to that, I'm going to add, this is some seitan that homemade seitan actually, that I made, my mom and I made. And if you want to know how to make that, The recipe is on my website, or you can also watch, we did a WTMK show this last summer. My mom showed how to do that. I think that was in July. So if you want to just look back through, feel free to do that. Now, look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? This is onion, red bell pepper, zucchini, broccoli, and what else? Oh, no. That's it. Zucchini, red bell pepper, onion, broccoli. Yeah, that's it. That's what I got in this bowl right here that I sauteed up earlier. And we're just going to mix that in. How beautiful does that look already? Right? So we're just going to mix this up. And so this dish is not gluten-free because of the seitan. The seitan is made with vital wheat gluten. So if you have gluten sensitivity, just leave that out. No problem. You could actually even substitute and put in some chicken. You could put chicken. You could put some turkey, ground, or you could use, breast and cut it up and saute it up, brown it, just like I did with the seitan. But we're going to keep this dish vegetarian, so seitan it is. And I'm actually taking this dish with me to church on Saturday for our potluck dinner. So they're going to get to actually taste this. And oh my goodness, this smells so good already. Okay. Now we've got some more color to put in there. This is about a cup of peas. I don't know. I just kind of eyeballed it. It's just a dish, and I poured peas in until, so, peas, you can always add a little bit more. So peas are super good because just like the squash, they are loaded with fiber. And as we've talked about lots and lots of times before, the fiber in food is what helps to slow down your digestion and keep your blood sugar stable. So how awesome is this looking, right? Delicious. So now we're going to add even more color. And we're going to put in some shredded carrot. And I have quite a bit of carrot here. Let's see. I may not need it all. Let's see what it looks like here. Yeah, that looks like that's plenty. So look at all of these beautiful vegetables. How delicious do they look? Unreal. And we're not done yet. How amazing is that? Peas they're not starchy, Ellen. They do have quite a bit of carbohydrate. But they are also loaded with fiber. So peas, although you need to eat them in a smaller portion, peas are good for you. And you need to have them in your diet. And I especially love to eat peas with pasta. Now, you're taught what you would say to me, Colette, that's like having, pasta on, or not pasta, but carbohydrate on top of carbohydrate. Yes, that's true. However, because peas are so high in fiber, they kind of, counterbalance that. So I have always, all my life, really loved having peas when I have pasta. So that's kind of the way that is. Hey, Denise, how are you doing today? Hey, Linda. Okay, so we're gonna make a little sauce to go in here, and I'm just gonna, you can see my pan over here. I'm just gonna heat up a little bit here. And in this pan, I'm gonna put a couple of tablespoons of butter. And we're gonna make like a little bit of a lemon butter sauce. And I'm gonna add in just a smidge of olive oil too. And we don't need to make a big, huge sauce because, you know, we're not making a red gravy or anything like that. And it's not pasta that's going to absorb, you know, a lot of sauce. So we don't need a lot of sauce to put in this dish. Right? So that's what we're going to do here. So here's my pan that we're going to put all this yummy goodness into. And into this pan here, I've got some lemons right here. It's going to be a lemon butter sauce. And I'm going to, first of all, I want to do some lemon zest from these lemons before I cut them open. So we get a nice lemony flavor in this sauce. Keep it nice and light. Plus, lemons are so super good for you. Helps your body to detox, helps with your digestion, all kinds of good stuff. So lemons are super good for you. So we're just gonna, I've got a couple of, I guess we're doing here like about a tablespoon of lemon zest. Something else that you could also add into this recipe, which I didn't, but I certainly could, is you could also put in some mushrooms. You can, you know, use pretty much any vegetable that you like. I just happen to really like the ones that I used. So now we're going to take and add in the juice of the lemon. Let me get my handy dandy little thing here, so I can squeeze it right into there without getting the seeds. Alrighty, now we've got some lemon juice. And we'll just do one lemon for now, and then we'll taste it and see what it tastes like. If we need to add another lemon. Okay. And I've got some garlic here. I'm going to add in some garlic. And we're going to give this a little stir. Oh my word. This smells so delicious right now. And then to that, I'm going to add just a little bit of vegetable stock. And here's a really good tip. You see here I have vegetable broth, but I bought low sodium. Why is that important? Well, I looked at the boxes last night at the store. Regular, with the regular one that's not low sodium, had 540 milligrams of sodium per serving. The low sodium one only has 130 milligrams. So that's why it's important to really watch what you're buying. So, but speaking of sodium, I am going to put in a little bit of salt and a little bit of fresh ground black pepper here. And I've got some basil. No, I did not. I've got herbes de Provence. This is one of my favorite herbs. It is a blend. It's got like marjoram and oregano and basil and lavender. And it is like one of my favorite herb blends to use with vegetables. It's what I use when I oven roast, you know, vegetables. It's just, let's see if it says on here what's in there. Yes. It's a blend of herbs used in southern France, but it does not say, it does not exactly say what's in it, but I will find out exactly what's in it. But I know lavender is, and I think marjoram and basil and maybe a little oregano, I'm not sure. But that smells so good. And to that, I'm going to add in, these are Roma tomatoes that I scooped out the seed parts. And we're just gonna stir them up with this. And I think that is gonna be perfectly good. Get my oven mitt here. And we're going to just put this in. And mix this up. Now, the one thing that I'm going to add to this that's going to take it away from being vegan is I have some feta cheese that is made with sheep's milk, and I'm going to stir that in. But if you want to keep it vegan, either A, omit the cheese, or B, you could use, you know, some kind of vegan cheese that will melt nice, because we're going to bake this in the oven. And that's just some coconut oil cooking spray that I just sprayed my pan with here so that we don't. So here, let's put this down so you can see how. Oh, you know what? Let me put that cheese in here. And this cheese is so good. I've never tried one that was made with sheep's milk before, but oh my word, delicious. So we're just going to put a little bit of that in. Let's see. You don't need a whole lot, just a little bit. This cheese has a nice, like, tangy deliciousness to it. And as this dish bakes, it will melt all through it, and it will just be amazing. So we're just going to pour this all out. And that's it. So I basically like did all of the other prep while my spaghetti squash was baking. I diced up and prepared all these other vegetables while that was right in the oven baking. So this is super easy to, you know, prepare, and it's all done. Now we're just going to bake it. I'm going to bake it for about, I guess, about 30 minutes on 350, just so that it gets, everything gets all married together. But how delicious is that, right? And you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm just going to put a little bit of this right on the top and let it kind of melt in and bake in. Oh, yum. Yum, yum, yum. So, I'm so excited for this dish. I cannot wait for it to come out of the oven so I can, well, I guess I can't taste it till Saturday. But I cannot wait because it's going to be so, so good. Let's see here. Who's here with me? Oh, hey, Samaria. Welcome in, girl. Okay, so there's our dish that we're making today. And if you are looking for a place where you can find out how to make different type of dishes that are delicious, that the whole family will love, that are healthier for you, utilizing healthier ingredients, swapping out healthy ingredients for ingredients that are not quite so healthy, like in this instance, using spaghetti squash instead of pasta, then you have a home to come to. And that home is the Unconventional Foodie Club. And in the Unconventional Foodie Club, that's exactly what we do. It's a membership club. So if you would be interested in joining that club, I know there are several young ladies on this video, on this broadcast today who are members of the club, and they absolutely love it. And I would love it if they would, you know, give a shout out for the group. We'd love to have you come and join us, and so that you can learn how to eat healthier and do the, you know, unconventional foodie swap. Learn how to do that, and so that you can heal, lose weight, control your blood sugar, keep your whole family healthy while having delicious meals. So if that's something you're interested in, put club in the comments and I will make sure you get the information. And I hope that you guys are having a great Thursday. I just want those of you who are in the who have suffered loss or damage from Hurricane Michael, to let you know that you are in my thoughts, my prayers. And I'm also disaster response trained for my for the state of New Jersey, so there may be some things that we will be doing to help you guys as well. So not only will you be in my thoughts and prayers, but you may also be in my actions. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will see you all right here on next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, here's to your health. Bye-bye.